Okay, hi you guys, how are you? I totally was not planning to come live tonight. In fact, this whole week, I put out some of those questions videos that you guys asked. And then the last couple days, I'm like, okay, well, when am I going live this week? And I just kept feeling like pause.
Okay, hi guys, how are you?
Silly me. Pause. And then, let's see, what else? I'm sorry, that just threw me in this Mercury retrograde. Anyway. And then, like, even today, I'm like, what am I doing this? We got this going on this week, Thursday. We got this going on, blah, 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 blah. And then I finally, checked in with the news because I'm, busy today. And then when I checked in and I saw, was it Jamie Raskin and someone else were at the microphone. I just saw this little clip and how they said that they want to take in their amendment the $40 billion that was going to Argentina and use that for the ACA because that will pay for 2 years. And I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, really could feel things exploding. So then I looked at the current transits and I'm like, oh my God. And so that was probably just before 6 o'clock. And then I was like, okay, we got to go live. And I'm looking at some other charts. And then I keep asking Spirit, what are we talking about? And the Spirit's like, chill. I got a message and I'm going to tell it. So I have no idea what the message is. I usually kind of get nervous before these things. And I keep getting the hand just step back. We have something to say and something to look at. So let me say hello to you guys. How are you? Hi, Rosemary. You're from PA Dems. Yay. Hi, Antoinette's granddaughter. And Marie. Apple. So glad it started. Hi, Nancy Rudy. And Cartomancy. Teresa. Just Joy. And Paisley. Thank you guys for making it. And Denise. And Teresa. Hello. And Cynthia. And JC. Charlie C. Carolyn Wade. I'm sorry. Yeah, you might have missed the notification, but this was just so last minute. And Glow and Grace and Kath and Beth and Delphian says it's getting crazy in Aileen Town, aka Fort Pierce. DOJ is going cuckoo down there. Yeah, there is some stuff going on here. So I need to shut this door. Sorry, Dougie. Okay, so we had the third quarter moon. What was it? Just after midnight today. And I knew it was going to be hitting a really critical part of Donald's chart, especially after coming off the full moon that we had that highlighted, him as POTUS and was expected to reveal a lot in terms of money, women, assets, things of value, things that he likes to possess, his greedy, grubby hands. So I believe I haven't even been able to listen to the last live we did about Sometimes Karma Lets You Watch. But even in that video, I do recall saying that what was being exposed at the time was on such a massive platform of all the crap that happened in 2020 and going forth. We really are hitting critical mass, especially since I did see that the post today about the email that came out about what Don Julio was doing. And those emails, I haven't even been able to look through them. It's kind of mind-blowing. I'm not even sure if the news is covering that because it just seems like they just wanted to talk about Donald not knowing about, telling people they don't know about magnets, okay? So can you guys kind of tell me, anything else that might have happened today that I don't know about? Where's Alfred Newman? Send white light to protect Jack Smith. He does feel super protected. And I even see purple, kind of a really, kind of that indigo color around him as well. Is he a Pisces? I just remember he had a lot of, I think Pisces energy in his chart, but it was an exact square to Donald. Okay, so anyway, Spirit has a message today. And why don't we look at that, and then I want to look at these charts, the things that just kind of make me go, holy crap. Okay, so Spirit, I can't be anywhere without my astrology cards. These are my favorite because they give me the context of a story. Ooh, we have the 12th house. We have some secrets, things people have been working on, things that have been out of view. Oh, and this is Donald's big secret. So, Spirit, I know you have a message for me. I've kind of seen how you want me to lay this out. You want me to do this here. Okay, you want me to I feel like I need some cards. And to have these on hand. Okay, so what's going on? On the bottom here, we have the Grand Cross provocation. Yes, there's a lot of tension in the air. There are things that this administration has been working so hard on to provoke people into looking at other things and trying to keep the spotlight away from other things, because even though he's the provoker, he is the provokee. He's been like this since he got into office the second time, because he didn't think, this whole administration had some doubts as to really it's going to be this easy to assume the office and inauguration, where they knew that they were being watched on so many levels that there should have been some sort of, safe gap to stop them. But that never happened, and that really, really kind of surprised them. So since day one of this term, he has been walking on eggshells, and because this stuff is coming from all different directions. And he's had a false sense of security to this point. He was allowed to build up his security, his belief in what he's doing, but since day one, the very moment he was sworn in, he was surrounded, he was trapped, he was entrapped. We have the Jupiter return benefits. So this card has to do him coming back, but all the benefits he got and all the benefits he was using to repay people. I have said, yes, the tariffs have been like a slush fund for him. And so this administration was about, looting, taking everything they could get, redistributing. Talk about redistributing wealth around the globe and really trying to empty everything out and do as many favors as he could for people, his pals worldwide. Because America, yes, we are the opposition. Sagittarius, I see this has to do with lands far away. These are the deals he was planning to do internationally. These are the things he was planning to do with the law and how he was going to treat law enforcement and people who enforce the law. And then we also have Saturn return. Oh, this is the thing he thinks he's going to be able to establish now that he's come back. But that's a false sense of security. And I just find it really interesting. We've got the Jupiter return, Saturn return card here, because this combination has been coming up, I think, this whole year in like who he interacts with, because the opposite of this is the Jupiter abundance. Like that's like all the money, all the abundance, all the stuff that is used and acquired to then benefit from it and also redistribute. Okay. So this was the first card. This is, you guys, I have always said this combination, Sagittarius, I see lands far away, and the ninth house, since day one have always come up as the combination that does Donald in. And Spirit has said, I have a message. These two cards are active. This is how I'm seeing the signifier for Donald. It's all of his international deals. It's all of his... It is doing too much, biting off more than he can chew. This is the form of the self-sabotage where he just goes so powerfully in one direction, and then it just comes back to bite him. Because I'll tell you, in this sign of Sagittarius right now, we've got Mars and Mercury at 60 degrees Sagittarius. Mercury, his ruling planet, is retrograde, and he always stumbles when that planet goes retrograde. Mercury and Mars are at a very, very critical point today. I mean, watch all this stuff from yesterday, today, and going forth, because this is a major thing that is playing out right now. This is the trigger for critical mass, so to speak. And so this is him. This is him, all of his dealings, law enforcement, just all the global stuff, how he's abusing this. And he's using it against the people, but the people are like, what's the secret with the people? The people, oh, this is his blind spot. We the people are in his blind spot. He thinks he can control that through his secret forces, but the secret is that he is blind to it because this has been set up since day one. And now we have here the Republican Party, his administration. We have the military. We have all the people who are doing things, keeping things going day to day, even if it's a shutdown that's been going on for weeks on end. And we have Venus love. This is the money that's been distributed among people, the bribes, people being paid off, why they do their job. And it's also women. And there is so much tension in this card right now. Like, it is freaking out. I can almost feel this across my forehead, like the stress headache that the Republican Party has right now, having to deal with these issues, and now they're back in session. Okay, yes, I was really pissed at the Democrats the other day, but holy cow, what happened waiting until the election, until this moment. Remember, I said we're at such a pivotal point. The timing of all that happening is impeccable, and I will show you that later, okay? How are you guys doing? Is this all making sense? Okay, yes, things are starting to move. Hello, Mary from New York City. I hope you guys are doing well. Caroline Lev has said that insiders told him that there's a lot more horrendous stuff coming out on Dumpy and the Epps files. These are from the estate. Is there an estate file? Is there an? Do you have a estate? Can I have an estate card? Okay. This just feels like everything is coming back to roost for the Republican Party. Like, if this Venus could be a tower, it would be... Can you guys feel how massive this is? I am a little bit surprised because it's like overwhelming. It is just so overwhelming with this administration and the party. Six of Cups. How about that? From the past, children, girls. And this has to do with all the layers that the Republican Party protected him to carry this out. And it's like they know they're caught. Yeah, they know they're caught because they did a lot of stuff for Don Julio overseas, the international plans the stuff they have going on nationally, but the partners are far away. Money, women. So this is really catching up with that. Oh, you guys, Neptune retrograded. Stick a pin in this. Neptune retrograded to 29 degrees Pisces. That is the sun for the Republican Party. So what does Neptune do? It dissolves things. So Neptune made its first pass across their sun, and holy cow, all the lying, the garbage, the double speak, it has just been outrageous, the stuff that they say and do. They just copy him all the time. And all of that disguise, it has come back. It's over their sun. So it is disintegrating their sun, their vitality, their life force of the party. Saturn's going to go direct here on the 27th. I don't know when Neptune goes direct, but they're going to have a last, third, final swipe at the sun of the Republican Party, and that is like laying down the gauntlet for good. The work is being done, and this is where we are with Neptune dissolving boundaries, dissolving secrets, dissolving so much stuff. So the Magician, all the plans that they had to make things happen for them, all those constructs that they put out there that they were going to take advantage of because they put this in place. Three of Pentacles reversed. All the decisions that were made, they had to do a lot of negotiating, a lot of talking with the Three of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Seven of Cups. What the F do we do now? What can we say? How can we gaslight? How can we get out of this? But the thing is, they can't. What is this hiding mostly that's really freaking them out? Is it this one? Well, this is what's freaking them out. They can't get out of this. Oh, and this card was underneath. So this is like my card of people talking to each other. But this is like a government talking to another government, or the government has a message from another government telling like a public servant what to do. Oh man, this is bad, you guys. The Hanged Man, the King of Cups, that is putts for non-Holios. So they're all caught by putts and all the crap that went back and forth. Wait till you see this chart because it has Russia all over it too. The third quarter moon that we had overnight on the ascendant was 3 degrees Virgo. That is what gives life to this crisis third quarter moon. And 3 degrees Virgo is the moon of Russia. So the moon of Russia, the emotional, social well-being of the body, all the deals that were... There's going to be so much Russia. And he is like freaking out again about the Russia. When that just started again last weekend, I was like, what in the world is coming to light that we don't know about? Because like all of a sudden he'll do these turns and he'll be like this. Well, he just got some news. This is happening. This is coming to light. Okay. And so here, this is what is hidden. So, like, I even had to pull these out from under the cards. And it relates to him, we the people, the opposition, and what he did with the Republican Party overseas. This feels like it's the heart of it. This feels like it is a heavyweight. Ooh, Uranus, genius. This is a very, very heavy weight. So what does Uranus do? It's a pressure reliever. It is shocking. It unleashes things. It's like he can't contain all the secrets anymore. In fact, last week Mom Donnie was showing up with this card because them losing New York City was a huge blow. Yep. because that's where the cracks are going to come from, because it's the financial capital of the world. They no longer have their ins with the city to protect them, like Cuomo was willing to do. This, oh my gosh. What does this Uranus card mean for the administration now going forward this critical day? The King of Wands. Leadership. Who's in charge? Who's really in charge here? I mean, this is such a blow to them. I felt a little bit of Jack. Yeah, lots of Jack, actually. This is going to go here. We'll look at... There's that Seven of Cups again. The cloud, the haze. Who's really in charge here? This is what's going to burst. The Queen of Wands, another nation, another entity. I am getting like ICC, the leadership that's been behind the scenes to plan whatever is going forward. So this was a blow to them because the Two of Cups, the agreements, that this is my card for another nation coming to talk to the government, and the Justice card. So this can be interpreted in several ways. Obviously, who's in charge here? The agreement, to take over the government. To take over the government and go using outside sources, outside the government, outside the United States, to find out how to best make use of the Justice Department, the laws, how our entire nation is organized and set up, the foundation of who we are. You guys, this is the coup. This has to be the coup. That is what is raging going forth. Yeah, Spirit's like, yeah, take this seriously. We are no longer effing around. It is here, you guys. It is here. How are you guys doing? Yeah, they finally got the new Dem sworn in. Is it true that all of a sudden then Nancy Mace was like, I'm pulling my yes vote, so now they don't have the votes? Is that true? Hello, DCP. Saturn goes direct November 28th. Oh boy, is that going to be... is that the day after Thanksgiving? Jeez. Electra, why was Michael Wolff advising Jeffrey Epstein? I don't know why he was advising him. I do know that they were in conversations for a long time. And I do know that around the time Epstein was killed, Wolff kept visiting him in jail. And they were having these long conversations. And he was really worried and nervous. And I think Wolff said that, he was worried about his life and, getting whacked. It was really, really serious stuff. And so he liked to have visitors so they could stay and talk as long as they possibly could. Hi, Nancy Lee. I'm afraid not. Uranus is right now over Trump's mid-hub. Wait till you see this chart, you guys. The petition is already filed. So they got the votes. Next week it goes, Lola. They got so Nancy Mace did not pull her vote. I thought that was a thing to try to get it to stop. So this is serious stuff. Colombian president labels Trump regime a global pedophile protection network. And if that guy is able to say that, every other, I just got a yes. Like all the other nations now want to stand up. I think this is, this is like help is coming. Evidence is coming. It's like the concerted moment, and holy shit, on this day, you guys, wait till you see this. Oh, Boebert might be a no. It's all set for next week, Lola says. Yeah, nobody liked about the GOP senator's ability to take 500K. I'm afraid not. Nancy and Lauren refused to pull their votes. JC, it's still unclear if they will pull their names. They're being pressured by the post. I'm sure they are being pressured. Okay, getting back to this message. At the heart of all these things we have. Oh my gosh. Yod. Destiny. Wow. Okay, I am just going to sit here and take this in because this is so big. I feel a little lightheaded. This is finally coming to pass this week. These are the points, all these deals and everything that was made. The yod for me and all of this is the arrow that points to the person, the entity that was responsible, or the middleman, or like who arranged everything to get things done. So across all these awful, heinous things that they've done, there's a person that, that person is known. That pivot point, that point is known. This card, often when all the doji stuff was happening early on, this was Felonia. Elon. This was him, and this is when I realized this was pointing directly to people. So this has to do with the secrets, the photos, the middleman person to make all this stuff happen, whether it was harassing and terrorizing U.S. citizens and having all of our data, how that happened, to actual money transactions and how the Republican Party GOP took action to make all this happen. They're screwed. And so, oh my gosh, what was this, you guys? In the skies. Did I say these were the emails, the files? I can't remember. I knew I should have written that down. I drew this card. What is this about? Do you guys remember? Oh, happy birthday, Just Joy. Enjoy your day. What sign and degree are DJ? It's 24 degrees, Taurus. Let's see. Logging on, let's see, where are you? Okay. So this is in the skies for everyone to see. This is concrete. This is set in motion. This actually has its footing since at least 2020, you guys. This is in the skies above them. Okay, am I just going to have to guess? I said this was the files, correct? Oh my gosh, I just got Jupiter return benefits. The EPS files shows exactly all the quid pro quos. Who got what and where it came from. It is undeniable. It is expansive and huge. This is in concrete. They cannot undo this. It was the military day-to-day card. The Epstein estate. That's right. So, that's what made it happen. The estate. And then we have, it's like his two hugest nemesis. Would they be nemesi then? Epsi, Virginia. And now we have G-Max going, in her posh conditions in Texas. And I just feel like she feels like she just got really small and is like, F, what do I do? She's feeling small. She is feeling isolated. And in Donald's chart, we have the North Node, South Node, the eclipse points right now, I believe at 14 degrees Virgo, Pisces. Those eclipse points, North Node, South Node. His asteroid, I think it's Maxwell. It's either Maxwell or it's Ghislaine. I think it's Maxwell. Is at 14 degrees Virgo. So that would be the South Node. So it's like releasing all that stuff about her. And so that would be, I think, in his Cancer. I think that's in his 11th house of networks. So again, can't get away from this because this is being unleashed. I think his asteroid Epstein was 3 degrees Aquarius. It's coming up here. We've got Pluto direct at 1.5 something Aquarius. Oh boy, this is just going to clobber him. So this was the message, you guys. This is everything is here. It's all been set up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ugh. Yeah, Electra, I saw that. She couldn't. Caroline Leavitt concluded her press briefing and walks off. Andrew Feinberg asks, what was the president doing with Virginia for hours at Epstein's house? I'm just going to remind you that it was Don Julio's daughter was the one in charge of the spa at Mar-a-Lago. And Epstein stole an employee from the spa. So Vanky should know. She is also a recruiter. JC, House just passed a bill to open up the government, just sent it to POTUS according to Reuters. So are we waiting for him to sign it? Did the House pass it with any of the amendments or taking out the $500,000 for those 8 senators? Or, of course, did they ignore? It is Mercury retrograde. This trying to reopen. Okay, this is what is happening in this Mercury retrograde. We know that the Senate, they've been working, I guess, since day one to get something going to reopen the government. And because they've been working on it for that long, this Mercury retrograde, what did it do? Well, it opened up this thing that they worked on. So it's like that thing is cohesive. Now, the Republican House has just been keeping stuff closed, keeping stuff closed. Mercury goes direct, and all of a sudden, they have to change face. They have to do about face and re-examine everything that they decided. And if they're doing it this quickly, oh boy, you don't make decisions, big decisions like that going forward in one's future on the fly because you're presented with something suddenly. It's so bad for them. I'm afraid not. I can't go to POTUS if they changed what the Senate sent. Oh, so they just agreed to just send it off as is. Ultimately, that's how I'm reading that. I'm afraid not. Okay, so let's get to some charts. And the thing that just made me go, okay, oh my gosh, we're going to go live. We're going to start here. This was the 3rd quarter moon over Washington, D.C. at like 12:30 in the morning. Like I said, over here, this is Russia's moon. So Russia, right off the bat, is involved with this. This is a night chart, so it's like the moon has dominion over this. And the moon has risen just over the horizon. And it is the exact midpoint of Donald's Pluto at 10 degrees and his Mars at 26 degrees. So it's in between. So this 20 degrees Leo has always been a point of vulnerability. So this moon has risen. It has split his Pluto and Mars. This is the combination he uses. It's a very militaristic combination, Mars and Pluto. It's very powerful. It's deadly. And in the House of Secrets, that's how he makes his decisions and feels like he's entitled to do so because it's all in Leo. So that splits his Mars and Pluto. That is his vulnerability in the 12th house. He doesn't know it yet, but the moon has just risen and this is waiting for him. We also have Jupiter has stationed at 25 degrees. This is when it's 25 degrees Cancer. That is Donald's Venus. So it's like having a huge magnifying glass in all things Venusian related. Money, women, here has to do with networks. It is stationing here and it's going to hit the next most vulnerable point for Donald, 24 degrees Cancer, and then 23 degrees Cancer is his Saturn. This is the can opener eclipse. If you guys have been with me from July 2019, it's a thing that finally cracked open the door to all the things secret about money and women and crimes, okay? I called it the can opener because it would slowly, tooth by tooth, open up for us to see everything. So that's where Jupiter is going to go. We have here on the cusp of the networks that Donald's worked with in money is 3 degree Cancer. This is USA Venus, money. So it's like the position of USA Venus here opens up the entire chart because it's on the cusp. It's like every single door to every single house can be opened. And what do we have here? Holy crap, you guys. It's 28 degrees Taurus is the midheaven for everything in the skies to see. And we have Uranus, 29 degrees, retrograde, conjunct, backing up to the midheaven. So this is big, huge, huge, explosive stuff. You can't take it back. And this is what's headed to the Scorpio new moon. Down here, okay, remember this dark moon Lilith is now under Donald's 4th house. We talked about that last week or the week before. Dark moon Lilith leaves you isolated and alone. This just entered his area, the 4th house, his secrets, how he likes to hide and protect himself, his foundation of being in office. And it's like, this is the feeling of everyone fleeing him. And it's going to be like that for him going forward. Okay. Oh yeah. Look at that. 14 degrees Virgo in the 1st house. Remember I said his asteroid Maxwell, 14 degrees Virgo, she and her stuff is going to be released as well. We have Neptune going over the Republican Party sun here in the area of shared debts and resources. Other people's money, other people's this, other people's that. Okay, so this 3rd quarter moon packs a punch, and even more so from down here. I just want to see what's the card for the Russia. How is Russia related to this? Russian strength. This has always been my Russia card that they hold over this White House, over this POTUS. The moon is rising. It splits Donald's Mars and Pluto. So what's the effect of that positioning in Donald's Mars moon? 7 of Swords reversed. So everything he stole needs to be taken back. Oh my gosh. We have Jupiter stationing at 25 degrees and his Venus, money, women. We have the moon. So this moon card, this has been going on for a long time. He's been doing these things with other nations, other countries, and they are equipped to take their signals from one another and just make life in the dark nasty, horrible, awful. So this is like the quid. Over here, his kryptonite point is just going to blow everything up. The Five of Wands, these are all the middlemen, people that have helped him get to where he is. Blows it all up. They are stuck here. Nobody's going anywhere. We have Donald Saturn, him trying to block everything. And that's going to go, the King of Pentacles. He's going to try to block things of people getting information about money, data, stuff. I feel Elon on here. What is Elon going to have to do because of this? Because he's pulled in. What does Elon do? He's going to have to make a decision here on everything that he's done. Woo! I don't think he's choosing Donald. Over here, the thing that opens up the entire chart about money, USA natal chart. Five of Swords reverse, Eight of Wands reverse. I am feeling like this is the transnational mob. They're everywhere. They're secrets in forming attacks around the globe and people. It's undercover. We don't know that yet, but this has to do with all of his networks. But here, the top of Donald's chart, 28 degrees. So the skies above him, being investigated, everything is being released, and the Republican Party has a role to play in this. And what is this Uranus going to blow up? Oh, I am told to get one of this card. This is big. This is what slams into him. The law. I'm getting ICC or the equivalent, transnational. I'm now seeing, I've shared with you guys how I've seen like this giant warehouse that is white and on the floor, equidistant from each other. There's like 100 briefcases and they're all shut. And these are the ongoing investigations that had a lid on them. Nobody could find them. No one knew where they were at. But when it came time to open them up, they would be opened. They're ready to go. This plan is getting ready to slam into Donald. We have the Republican Party's sun that has Neptune, which is dissolving. I think this has to do with election burdens. Carrying Donald's water, carrying that burden, but it's dissolving everything for everyone to see and how they got to this point with other people's money and resources to get to where they are. We have Dark Moon Lilith down here that's making everyone flee Donald. Why is everyone going to flee Donald? Because of all, ew. Those aren't partnerships. It's the gross stuff he did with the files that are coming out. Oh, I did not expect that. Okay. I'm just going to hold on to my selenium here. Yes, shield me, take that away. This stuff that's coming out is what's going to, gross, get him. Okay, I want to know this position of Mars, Mercury, 6 degrees Sagittarius, the impact that has. We're going back to 2020, and this is what's opening up. This is elections. Yes, elections. All the software malware. I don't know why Israel's coming to mind with Netanyahu, and like there's other transnational hacker type deals, interference behind him. That's it. That's this critical point in this chart, and I am going to show you what that is. You guys, can you believe this? Isn't this cool? Okay, what's going on? Trump's Commerce Secretary calls. Oh my gosh, Lutnick keeps ruining it for everybody. That guy is a joke. Delphian, ICC. Interpol says what, or was that the sphincter muscles say what? Marie, you guys, I was talking with hubby the other day about Shady, and he thinks Shady was Epps' product too. Absolutely, it resonated with me. Absolutely, because Epps was he was the center point for global trafficking, global blackmailing, the global markets, the financial capital of the world. He was in New York. He had properties everywhere. This is why they felt they could do whatever they want. This is all the blackmail that they have on everybody everywhere. And you better believe, Peter Thiel, all of them who've been running these data empires and this data scraping and, even back to Cambridge Analytica, touches Epsi. Okay, let me get to this first, okay? Electra, remind me. Or you know what? Here, better yet, you guys, in the comments section, put your questions once this is done, and I will do that for my next video, okay? Because I know you guys have lots of questions. I do too. Like, I finished that video today and posted it, and I'm like, was kind of chomping at the bit for more information. And speaking of, yes, I am making plans on doing private readings. You will find out more as this goes on. I don't want to launch anything during Mercury retrograde, but I do have my plan. It's getting really clear, and so I'm just excited to share that with you guys. I totally have the green light on that. That's so exciting. Okay, so what was triggered? This degree, 6 degrees Sagittarius. Well, let me show you. It's the Saturn-Pluto conjunction from 2020. This was the marker in the sand, changing world power and the structure of world governments. It is the same synod in Capricorn with other earthy planets that brought down Rome. It brought down one of the last dynasties in Egypt. It is a very rare but extraordinarily powerful synod. And there's a lot of Capricorn in here, which has to do with government and the establishment and the way things are and who's in charge. But when you're talking about change in world power and the structure of it, what we were seeing was the rise of the right, came out of the shadows. But this is the thing that also kicked Donald out of office, and same with Bibi. I mean, he got kicked out of office. Whoever was in charge of I don't know their structure of government, but whoever was in charge of the party, they came to the microphone one day and they said, yeah, we can't form a coalition, so we're going to have a new election. And it just screamed that there was, compromat on them and that there were bribes to have another election. And that's how Bibi got back into office. This knocked Don Julio out. And this was also activated when we found, so like this is, this is your opposition or your partner. Well, when October 7th happened, it activated this chart, and that is when it was clear without a doubt that Bibi was an enemy, and all the people who piled on with him, the Republican Party, was also the enemy. Forgot about that. But here's the thing. That day that decided to change everything going forward, like a new age in history, like you have all those different eras. We have, look at this, you guys. Mars, 6 degrees in the 8th house of life, death, transformation, other people's money, blah, 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 lands far away. So, by virtue of Mars, Mercury alone today, everything that's happened today is ushering in more of what the New World Order should be and who should be out. The other thing that is happening, now Pluto, right, transit Pluto is in the skies right here. It is squaring exactly the ascendant 1 degree Taurus. The Republican Party, their Pluto, the thing that empowers you, but also the thing that kills you, is at 1 degree Taurus. So this is, this is like life and death for the Republican Party with all the crap that they're dealing with. And from this specific moment in time on January 12th. This happened, what happened like the month prior is when Soleimani was murdered. So this goes back to that because just 2 weeks prior to that happened. Then we had 2 eclipses. And so all that stuff that's happening in the Middle East has its role around the globe, you guys. And they're just so freaking screwed. The other thing here, I always thought this was interesting. The North Node, our destiny, where we're headed to, is in this 3rd house here, which has to do with us as a nation, our communications, our digital, how we talk to one another, like the families, like in neighborhoods. It's all of our communication and understanding with one another. And this is in the 3rd house. It's 8 degrees Cancer. That is Donald's natal Mercury. So it's like his natal Mercury has everything to do with leading the comms, leading the tech, leading, digital and the internet going forward in a new government, world government, a new era. And I love that this is here because people will always remember what he did and know that we're not going to effing do that ever again because it's everywhere. And this gosh, what is this Pluto going to do with the Republican Party? This is how they get knocked out. Oh, Aquarius, I know. This is all like digital stuff. It's AI. It's stealing data. It's the humanitarian. They're at a pivotal point where what's coming for them is in their blind spot, but they don't even know what's coming for them. What's coming for them? Global. We're done with this and that. Other governments coming to talk to you. Being the middlemen for world governments to take over the United States. This is how bad this is. Okay, so is that it? Are we done? The solar return. Oh, I love this solar return on January 12th. 5 degrees Aries for this year, for the Saturn-Pluto, how it's behaving in Washington, D.C. for this year. At the top of the chart, we have 5 degrees Aries. This is what everyone's talking about. The asteroid conjunct the top of the chart is Potomac. Potomac represents how we defend the United States, how she defends herself. And on the ascendant, what's giving life, 21 Cancer, we have Donald's Saturn and Venus. On the descendant, his opposition, keeping him in check, that is the Sun from the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and the Saturn-Pluto conjunction itself is laying right here, and he can't penetrate it. There's nothing he can do to penetrate it. Wow, that just felt like it was going to take forever to come back. I remember seeing this. Okay, so that is it. I just want to make sure we all got on the same page before all of this stuff starts blowing up, because it's really, 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 really going to blow up, okay? So what I want you to do, post your questions in the comments here, this video, this live, of the questions that you need answered for the next video I'm going to do, and I will work on that for a couple days. We'll see, but I'm looking forward to that. So how are you guys doing? Did I miss anything? Wow, we've been live for less than an hour, which is what I was hoping. Who the hell does he think he is? Something like his influence to... Yeah, he thinks he can influence people to pardon Bibi, pardon people in other governments. No, you can't. You can't. He's nuts. Oh, thank you, Joni. Angels are real. JC, I grew up in West Palm Beach, and we used to sneak into Mar-a-Lago. It was empty. So it's really easy to get in there. Oh, my gosh. I'm afraid not. Russia's burning, literally. I know that Ukraine has really gone on the offensive lately. Please read on how Ukraine is related to this. Okay, Joe G, can you write that in the comments? Can you write more specifically? I mean, because if you just even want to go back to the Steele dossier, in it, Ukraine was supposed to go to Russia. Taiwan was supposed to go to China. Whoops. Oh, my chicken. My chicken's in the oven, you guys. Okay, repeat. What was I saying? Gaza was supposed to go to Israel. And supposedly that's where the whole Greenland, Canada thing came from. No, you guys are not going to, we're not taking them at all. Please. Okay. Yeah, happy to drop by. Does that can opener have a knife sharpener? I think it's pretty well equipped, like a Swiss Army knife. Oh, Marie, I love Queen or tarot cards. Gifted. These cards, they are certainly singing. Okay, oh gosh, I'm far behind. Okay, so thank you. Thank you, guys. We will talk to you soon. Take care of everyone. Yes, Joe G. I will look forward to that. Okay, yes. Till next